Hello people, I'm just out with the Schumacher Mi8 and this evening it's what they call it, it's the Halloween, but I'm just out testing my car. Halloween is not a big thing in Norway, it just comes some in the latest year, but most because of the all but shops and commercial stuff that want to sell more and earn more money, so they try to push the Halloween on the Norwegian people, but not a big tradition here in Norway. But anyway, I'm just out and testing this car, and this is the carpet car, the Schumacher Mi8, and it's set up for carpet, but the man I bought it from used it on asphalt outdoor. So today I put on the asphalt tires, and also from the same man I got this tire heater, so I'm gonna try to heat up the tires just for fun. And I'm gonna test drive the car here just a bit. I've done a few modifications to it, but it's still set up for carpet, so its ground clearance is very low now, so I'm probably gonna hit some rocks there, but I'm gonna test it anyway. So this, I've never used this tire warmer before, but let us see here. I believe I can use an ordinary battery because it says it takes from 7 to 15 volts. So I just have this wire here with the EC5 connector, and I'm just gonna plug into my Trias LiPo battery. And it lights up, so that's good. Then it's two of these for the front wheels. Let's see, is this the front? This is the rear, but that's not very important, but let's just put them on. And I do a quick test now because we have a lot of rain now, so it was a bit dry now for some time, so that's why I can be out and test now. And we set this to the front tires. Like that. And if I go into this box here, it says quick warm, and I can set the temperature here somewhere. Let's just see. Yeah, I know just for the test I have it at 40 degrees Celsius both in the front and rear. I've seen some people that using cars like this outdoor, they're warming up the tires to about 45-50 degrees Celsius. Okay, quick warm. Yep, I think it's running now. I'm just feel on this if I can feel any heat. A little bit of heat maybe. I also brought with me this temperature measure that I'm using when I'm driving my nitro car, just to see how this works. So just now it's about 20 degrees Celsius. I see the temperature on this computer are reporting that it's already up to 38 degrees Celsius. sure if it's possible to see here now. It reports 40 degrees, but that must be inside. I'm not feeling that heat on the outside. Let me take off one of these and see what we got there. Yeah, at least it's showing about 33 degrees Celsius on the inside of this. But I guess they have to stay on for some time before the tires are really warmed up. And there are also some other settings there. I think you can do a more slow heat up. Let me just measure the temperature on one of the tires. It's about 25 degrees Celsius. 28 degrees Celsius. 28 degrees Celsius. Yeah. So I can try, I can stop it now. I stopped it and let me raise the temperature to 45 degrees Celsius. I'm just doing this for a test. Maybe in the springtime when it's getting better weather and warmer, I'm maybe gonna take a trip to another location, but that's about nearly 3 hours to drive with the car. There it's an outdoor track, asphalt track. So probably some in the RC club gonna take a trip down there when it's better weather, and that will not be in the winter time. Now I set it to 45 degrees Celsius and I can see that it's already showing that it's up to 45 inside. But I guess the sensor must be inside this sort of material. Maybe it would be best to also cover the tires with something more like the cloth or something like that, to keep the warm more on the tires. Yeah, the temperature now on the tires are about 33 degrees Celsius. So this was just a quick to show this equipment. I'm just using a regular 3S LiPo battery connected to this tire heater and warming up the tires now, as you can see. But I think I'm gonna stop this now. It's not a big point to get the tires really warm. I just want to test drive this car a bit on this asphalt. I've done some modification. I added a bit of weight in the rear and also a stiffer sway bar in the front and a softer sway bar in the rear. I also raised it a bit in the front and lower it a bit in the rear, because the rear part was coming off. It was oversteering. So if you lower the rear and raise the front a bit, and also do this with the shocks and maybe add some weight, and of course how you drive the car, probably the rear part should stick a bit better. Let's just measure the temperature again. Do it here. About 35 degrees Celsius on the tires now. Okay, but that was just a test. So let me just do a bit test driving now. but it's set up so low. I think the front is about 6 millimeters ground clearance and the rear is about 4.5 millimeters. Yep. Yeah, I can feel it. I can feel the tires are a bit warm, but not like 45 degrees Celsius yet. Yep. It's very good light there now, so yep, put this in a bag again. And it's not completely dry on the ground either here. It's a bit mixed of some dry parts, but mostly it's a bit wet, but not that bad. Yeah, it's run okay here. I don't have a speed GPS with me, so I'm not going to speed test. I'm really just testing the car with the steering and looking at the rear part of the car, if it's coming out like oversteering. But it looks to have very good grip now. But the tires are not warm. I just got the tires up to about 30 degrees Celsius and they probably should be more closer to 40 or even 45. But that's hard to get to know because the temperature outside is about 12 degrees Celsius. Let me just see if I can find some dry spots here. It would be nice with a bit bigger space. Usually I'm bashing cars, I'm not used to looking for asphalt type of ground. But there is a bit space there, so also let me just see that it's driving straight. It's going a bit to the left, not to the right. All right. I'm not sure how good you can see the car now. It's quite dark out here, but it's a bit light from this building here. Again, it's the Schumacher Mi8. It's got carbon fiber chassis. There you could see the tires was slipping a bit, but I was giving too much throttle there. And it's got the HobbyWing XR10 Pro stock, so it's the 80 amp ESC, and it's got the 13.5 turn brushless, and yeah, that's most of the part. And the gearing here, I think the FDR, the total drive range, is that what it's called again? TRR or something like that. The gearing is about 5.0, or even a bit less, maybe nearer 4.6. So you shouldn't go any lower on the, or what they call higher on the gearing than that. Yeah, I've not tested the speed of this car, but you know, you don't need that silly crazy high speed on indoor tracks. This is asphalt, but again, the tires are cold, and the temperature outdoor now is about 12 degrees Celsius, so it's not a big surprise that it's slipping a bit, as you can see. But I think it's holding quite good. Sorry for the wind noise there now. I can try to get a bit behind the building. That was acceleration test, and it was slipping a bit, but it held the speed. No, it held the direction. It can do donuts. It's almost like what they call it. Well, it's coming some noise from the car. I had to check it at home. Maybe it's just something that got loose. I'm not sure. Could be even a pinion or something. No, it's almost sounding like a nitro car. Let me take a quick look here. yeah, the motor on the east is just, it's just about 20 degrees Celsius or something. Really cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's the pinion that's got loose. Yep. I bought this car used, and when you buy stuff like this used, it's a very good idea to take the car out and do some test running, even drive it a bit hard, just to see that it holds on. One thing I discovered was that the motor mount itself was loose. Only one screw was holding the motor, but now I fixed that, of course, and now I see that the pinion here is loose. You can see I can move the pinion in and out, so the grub screw is not set, and you should probably set it with a bit of tread lock. But anything, I can't see anything else. I also did tighten the belt a bit, so I guess it's just the pinion that's loose. So I'm not gonna drive any more now. That's not any point of doing that. But that was just a quick test, and it did work okay here. In fact, even with this very low ground clearance. Only about 4.5 millimeters in the rear. So we can just get this body on. So now I'm just gonna take the car home and fix the things I discovered. And I think this car should be ready for more carpet racing when we get the carpet track back again, because I don't remember if I said that, but the carpet track is now going to be rebuilt to carpet off-road. So then I cannot drive this car, but of course I can drive my buggies. So I'm gonna drive this car more later when we rebuild the carpet track to on-road. Thanks. Hello. Yeah, I'm back in the hobby room here, and it was indeed the pinion that was loose. It was the scrub screw or set screw that was loose, but when I tried to tighten it, the threads was gone. So I had to try to reset it. But I ordered some new spur and pinion gears because the final drive ratio is set very on the limit on this car. And I want to go to 48 pitch. It is set with 64 pitch. So I ordered 81 tooth spur and 29 tooth pinion, and then the final drive ratio will be around 5.1 or something like that. Also, when you come back and didn't quite fulfill the running as you would like to do, I have batteries now that's still charge up, and that's when you could use something like this. This is the Sky RC BD200 battery discharger analyzer. So I just plugged in the battery now, and I can set the volt here, and I want it down to 70.7. This is a 2S LiPo, so I want it down to 17.7 volt. That's about 3.85 volt each cell, and discharge amp I've set to 5 amp. So now I just start, and you can see it starts to discharge. So it's alternating here. This is the volt of the battery, and this is how many milliamp it has discharged. And it says it's already done, so maybe this battery was ready really. But this is good to have if you have a battery that's fully charged and you want to discharge it quite fast, but you have to be careful and don't take it too crazy fast. Yes, so that was all for now. Bye.